National Centers for Environmental Information is an associate of National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Publishes global climate reports annually. The 2023 Global Climate Report is now available. Let us look into salient features and information available with the Global Climate Report 2023. We shall examine how the various climatic factors have been changing drastically, affecting the total environment of our global systems. The year 2023 was the warmest year since global records began in 1850 at 1.18 degree Celsius, that is 2.12 degree Fahrenheit, above the 20th century average of 13.9 degree. This value is 0.15 degree Celsius more than the previous record set in the year 2016. The 10 warmest years in the 174-year record have all occurred during the last decade for the period from 2014 to 2023. Of note, the year 2005, which was the first year to set a new global temperature record in the 21st century, is now the 12th warmest year on record. The year 2010, which had surpassed 2005 at the time, now ranks as the 11th warmest year on record. Unlike the previous 2 years, that is 2021 and 2022, which were squarely entrenched in a cold phase due to the El Nino Southern Oscillation, that is ENSO episode, the 2023 quickly moved into ENSO neutral territory, transitioning to a warm phase episode. ENSO not only affects global weather patterns, but it also affects global temperature. Despite 2021 and 2022 ranking among the 5 warmest years on record, the global annual temperature increased at an average rate of 0.06 degrees Celsius per decade since 1850. Global ocean temperature in 2023 were also noteworthy with 9 consecutive months, April to December, of record warm temperature. The September ocean temperature anomaly was plus 1.04 degrees Celsius, and it was warmest of any month on record. It can be seen that the land temperature rose to plus 1.79 degrees Celsius on an average, which ranked the first warmest of the last decade, whereas the ocean temperature rose to plus 0.91 degrees Celsius. The land and ocean temperature put together recorded a rise of plus 1.18 degrees Celsius. The year 2023 was characterized by near record warm temperature across much of the globe, with record high annual temperature across parts of Canada, the southern US, Central America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and a large portion of Central and Northeastern Atlantic. The regions like South Atlantic, Indian, and South Pacific Oceans were also recorded higher temperature. Meanwhile, cooler than the average temperature were limited to portions of Antarctica and Southern Ocean. North America's annual temperature was 2.01 degrees Celsius above the 1910 to 2000 average and was the warmest year on record. The temperature across North America varied somewhat throughout the year. South America's annual temperature was 1.73 degrees Celsius above average, the warmest year since regional records began in 1910. This was South America's 47th consecutive year with temperature above average. Europe had above average monthly temperature throughout the year, with the highest monthly temperature departure of plus 3.5 degrees Celsius occurring in January, resulting in the warmest January on record. Africa had an annual temperature of plus 1.49 degrees Celsius, which is the warmest in the continent in 114 years of record. The year 2023 marked Africa's 31st consecutive year with temperature above average. Asia had its second warmest year on record at plus 2.09 degrees Celsius. The year 2023 recorded the 27th consecutive year with temperature above average. Oceania had an above average yearly temperature departure of plus 1.04 degrees Celsius. It was the 10th highest in the 114-year record. 9 of Oceania's 10 warmest years have occurred since 2005. Antarctica's annual temperature was 0.15 degrees Celsius above average, falling into the warmest third of the long-term record. It may also be noted that significantly below average annual precipitation occurred across portions of the northwest, southwest, Ohio Valley, Gulf and East Coast of United States, parts of Argentina, Brazil, Southern Europe, Northern Africa, and coastal areas of Australia. Above average precipitation occurred across much of the northeast United States, from California to the Central Plains, across much of Europe and parts of Eastern Asia. In terms of global precipitation, the year 2023 was the year of transition related to the long-term increase in global surface temperature and the short-term change in the Pacific Ocean SST pattern. The year 2023 had the highest global mean surface temperature in the record, helped by the warm El Nino SST over the last two-thirds of the year. These surface temperature conditions are forcing for global precipitation amounts and patterns. Ocean heat content OHC is essential for understanding and modeling global climate since 90% or more of excess heat in the Earth system is absorbed by the ocean. Further expansions due to increased ocean heat contributes to sea level rise. The annual global ocean heat content for 2023 for the upper 2000 meters was recorded high, surpassing the previous record set in 2021. The 5 highest ocean heat content have occurred in the last 5 years, that is 2019 to 2023. The regions of North Pacific, North Atlantic, the Mediterranean, and Southern Oceans also had their highest ocean heat content since 1950s. These data points to the fact that the global atmospheric temperature are on the rise despite all our efforts to contain it. These values are indicative for appropriate measures and strategies for environment management.